Hello everyone. Sorry. Today I want to talk about not being able to give your 100%, or maybe not even being able to do any fucking percent, okay? Um, I've kind of been very much reflecting these past few months even, and I've come to some conclusions. I've gotten some hypotheses, and um, at the end of the day, I have no energy to actually prepare any fucking experiment. So the only thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about it, because maybe somebody relates, and maybe just maybe, a wizard will come and watch this video and give me all the tips and tricks I need. But yeah, I want to talk about kind of the art of doing nothing, I guess, and kind of how depression is shitty. I don't know. Let's just jump into it. So, um, yeah, I know. I've kind of noticed lately, and this is kind of a thing that's been happening throughout my whole life, but ever since I think even like since the end of middle school, my hobbies have kind of steadily started declining and taking a backseat in my life. I remember when I was a kid, I was so into drawing. I would draw all the fucking time. You give me a fucking paper and you give me something to write with, I'll draw. I'll make something. I was drawing every day, at least once a day. Like, I was a fucking machine, okay? Like, I don't know. I wanted to say something funny, but I immediately forgot. So I'm sorry for that. But yeah, I was just really, really into it. I really liked. I was really into YouTube. I was one of those kids. I was on YouTube, probably for fucking hours a day, and as much as I was brain rotted, like any other child, as much as I watched like fucking I was obsessed with Dan and Phil. I was obsessed with Shane Dawson at some point. I really enjoyed his conspiracy theories. I was really into like Jacksepticeye. I was really into who else did I fucking watch? I don't know. I don't remember all those like niche video essayists that you would like watch for months and years and then you would forget about them and then like somebody mentions them like 5 years later and you're like, oh yeah, I remember watching him. Like a lot of those people, but I also watched like a lot of very informative things to the point where like it was weird for a kid to like want to be that informed. Like I think it is a little bit of autism, but I used to like watch hours upon hours of like those like fucking brain noggin, uh, cell mitosis, fucking how does gravity work videos, and like not just like science based things, but also like a lot of why do we have laws and like what did Plato say? You know, I was very interested in things. This is why I'm such a proponent proponent. Um, I don't know why my energy's so high. I'm sorry. I just like took a piss, so maybe like I had some like toxins in my body before this, but like I was just very interested about everything, and that's why I really do think that like people are very like curious naturally, and if you leave a person to just have a bunch of free time, they will do something productive, and like that's why I hate the notion that like oh you need to like people need to have a incentive that unless they work and unless they have money they'll die, because if you just make sure that everybody has everything they need to live, nobody will work anymore. But like, I'm sorry, like you need to be a special kind of person to choose to go like study like medicine for example, and to give like over 10 years of your life to just fucking slave away and work and study and like not sleep and fucking not take care of your health at all and not have like anything out of your life just so you can have like a fucking mediocre pay and just so people can believe Facebook over you. Like, I'm sorry, but that's like not a normal behavior, Kyle. Oh my god, fucking Kakica slip. Fucking Croatian slip. I'm sorry. But I just got really passionate for a moment. But no, like, you have to be a special type of person to, like, endure that. I don't believe that by, like, some, like, conservatives' logic that's real. I think it would be a lot more real that people just tend to have passions and want to follow their passions. So that's why, like, I was really curious. I was really like going about my day, filling it with like as much stuff as possible. Because I was always a really good student. It's not even that I had that much pressure from my family, just how much I had pressure on me to just be like really good. And also, I was really scared that like I wouldn't be able to get into a good school because of my grades. So I was always like fucking forcing myself to soldier through it, even though I did not find school interesting at all. And most of the time, I would just fucking beg my mom not to go. Cause first of all, it made me anxious. I'm sorry, but school is so overwhelming. Like, so many noises, so many people, so many fucking relationships I have to uphold. Not even towards like the other students that are around me and people in my class, but also like the professors. Like, relationships with professors, I would lose sleep over this. Like, tell me why. 8-year-old me would literally like not be able to fall asleep because I would be like, my teacher hates me. She thinks I'm dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but that's so stressful. If like homeschooling your kids was more normalized in my country, or like if it was like an option even to like do, like, oh my god, I would just thrive on that. Cause like I loved studying, guys. Let me tell you about this. But like, I hated school, and I hate the way school made me study. Like, that's what I hated. Like, I remember as a kid, I would just have these like little theories in my mind about like how things work based on the videos I was watching, and then like come like a few grades go by, and like we study that in like class, and it's like amazing. Like, I'm not talking about myself like as a genius. I'm talking about like kids and how kids can be fucking smart. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, but school is literally like dumbing the shit out of kids. And like, I'm starting to be like a biology and chemistry teacher, so like when I get there, bruh, I'm gonna be the most fucking juicy that's not like, maybe a good adjective to use. I'm gonna be such a fucking good professor. Like, I don't know why I associate juicy with like good. I'm sorry. the fucking the class is gonna be juicy because it's gonna be so interesting. You know, it's gonna be like fucking drama. It's gonna be juicy, okay? But yeah, like, I just really want to be a good teacher because I really wanna not make kids' lives a living hell, and I really want them to like actually have a relatively good time in my class and not want to kill themselves. Um, yeah, give me a second. I need to find a filter. I'm back. This is another thing about me. I've known that I've had like 3 filters exactly on the floor next to my bedside table for about 2 weeks now, but I didn't do anything about them. But I knew that it was there, and that happens so often. Like, somebody around me, like in our house, will ask me like, "Where's this thing?" It's not in there, and it's not in its place. Like, it's somewhere random. It's fucking lost in the apartment, okay? And I'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I know what it is," and I'll go and like I'll like take it out from like behind, like, I don't know, fucking a drawer or something, because I know it fell, but I didn't do anything about it. Like, I remember it fell. That's just a goofy thing that I wanted to share. But yeah, they were on the floor, so it took me a second to get up and get them. So I'm sorry if you feel as though the fucking, I don't know, the quality of this video was kind of um ruined, or maybe it was kind of downgraded in your mind. because I got up and got them. And maybe you think I'm talking about it too much, but I just want to tell you that, like, objectively, you're wrong. Because it actually took a really, really short time, considering I didn't have any filters and they were lost. Okay, but I knew exactly where they are. Okay? Okay. Um, what was I fucking talking about? I want to be a good teacher. Yeah. Or professor, I guess, in my case. Yeah. Uh, Having no free time, blah blah blah. I used to play Roblox a lot in Minecraft. I was fucking glued to that shit. Like, my partner's, like, child sibling is really obsessed with Roblox, like most kids their age. But, like, they talk about Roblox and they're like, oh, I used to play Roblox a lot as a child too. It's something that we have in common. But, like, you do not know how glued I was to Roblox. Like, as soon as there was no school, I was just doing that. I would wake up, I would open Roblox, and I would not stop until I was, like, physically unable to, like, move my fucking hand enough to fucking move my mouse to do something in Roblox. Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of, like, concerning, and I can't imagine. I can't fathom why my parents didn't intervene, because I don't think that was healthy at all. It was so bad. I literally, like, spent New Year's Eve on Roblox. Like, 2015, the first thing of 2015 for me was fucking Roblox, okay? Like, you do not Roblox like I Roblox. But yeah, um, I was really obsessed with that. And I also, like, I would low key, like, play some video games and, like, do stuff. And I remember I had, like, this reading phase where, like, in, like, maybe 3 months, I read, like, a lot of books, which was weird for me because previously I did not enjoy reading. I was just like, you know what? I think reading is good for you. I'm gonna start reading. And I did, which is, like, unfathomable to me now, because, like, there's so many good things that are good for me, but I don't do them, even though I want to. So, yeah, that's fucking crazy. But, like, that was, like, around, like, middle school, I guess. And then when I went into, like, no, that was around elementary school, I guess. So, like, when I was around, like, 5th or 6th grade, like, when I started getting more subjects and, like, school was kind of getting crazy, because, like, actually school, low-key, in my country is kind of too much. Like, let the kids breathe, you know? Like, it's not even too much in the sense of, like, we're, like, studying really advanced stuff. It's, like, the teachers are so bad, and, like, the work is too much for, like, what we're actually gaining from it. Again, I'm gonna be an amazing teacher, okay? But, like, poor kids and poor us for having to go through that. Like, I'm sorry, but if you are, like, 12 and you're going to school, you should not be getting less than, like, D's in everything, because, like, D should be your lowest, like, grade, because the things you're learning are really not that hard. If you're getting less than a D, there's a problem with the school system. Like, a 12-year-old should still be able to, like, have a life outside of school, you know? Like, school should be something, like, fun. I'm learning about things, and I'm having a good time, and I'm meeting my friends every day. But it's not. It's, like, to me, school was, like, I need to soldier through. I can't wait for holidays. I can't do this, Mom. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, it was just so much for no reason. It was too stressful. But yeah. But, like, yeah, I substantially started doing things for myself less. Another thing that, like, aside from being, like, obsessed with YouTube, like, YouTube is one of those things that, like, you watch YouTube videos while you do other things, like, while, I don't know, for me, like, drawing or playing video games. But, like, for example, TV shows. I was really into TV shows. Like, I was really into sitcoms. For God's sake, I fucking watched Mr. Robot when I was, like, 10. And I was like, yeah, down with capitalism as a 10-year-old. I was a little bit obnoxious, maybe. But, yeah, like, I had time to, like, watch this, like, really big TV show. Like, an episode would be 45 minutes. It had, like, 6 seasons, I believe. It was, like, kind of intense, you know? It was, like, not something that you can, like, binge and also still like have energy and thinking power. But I would do things like that. I would like binge so many shows, and I would like rewatch them as well, or I would watch them again with my friends because I wanted to share like the show that was good that I enjoyed. Mm, and like I had time for it, but yeah, like slowly started having less time and kind of slowly started not having my interest. And I think that now that I'm in college and living by myself, that has kind of reached a very like crescendo as point crescendo point. um but yeah, my fucking I'm sorry. um my chair got stuck on my Kuromi slippers. Kuromi mentioned. But I'm kind of cool. I have Kuromi slippers and at least two um chronic illnesses. But yeah, mm, not mental, by the way. Um, those, those I have a lot more. But oh my fuck, oh my fuck. But yeah, I'm sorry. Kind of, I can feel myself being overwhelming. And I'm really sorry if you like clicked on this video. Like if you know me in real life, or if you clicked on this video to be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this while I wash dishes in the background. I'm really sorry if I'm like actively making you panic. But again, I'm sorry. I was that pissed. Like I can't. I can't fault anything else. Like I don't know. Maybe it was the porridge I ate. Like I don't know. There was like something in those oats. Um. But yeah. Um. But yeah. I don't really have time for my hobbies. And I've kind of noticed that like I'm not even studying that much. Like I'm not even like that like grind person, because I never was. I would have good grades and I was stressed about school a lot, but I would also do things last minute, very much so. And I'm literally the person that people talk shit about, because like I would have really good grades, but I wouldn't like retain anything that I would learn, because I would just study them for the test. And like it's really sad. I definitely do feel dumb because of that, but I also don't fault myself for that, because like what else was I fucking supposed to do? And also like I do think that I still kind of like for the things that I really enjoyed learning, I would at least try to retain that knowledge, or I would just naturally retain it because I found it interesting, or I would like pay attention in class, or again I would watch like YouTube videos about it, or like do that on the side, like not in school. But then again, that kind of does show the fault within like the educational system, when like the only things I know are kind of because I chose to learn them, and I chose to like study them outside of school in my free time, while like the things that I learned in school are kind of like taking a back seat. Maybe they are somewhere in my mind, maybe, probably not. um so that's not a good sign. um but yeah, what the fuck was I want to say? I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Um, that was a match. Not like a soccer match or whatever the fuck. Like a match to light fire with. In this case, a candle. It has 3 wicks. One of them is already burning, but it was kind of annoying me that like one wick was only lit, so there was like a little geographical depression, like a little what would you call it? Little dent in the wax, I suppose, where the one wick has been burning, and then it was kind of unsatisfying and it wasn't level. So I lit the other two so that the universe would be in balance, kind of. So yeah, like you're welcome, I guess. But yeah, it's no big deal. It was just 2 matches and a little bit of time. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I kind of noticed that I've been giving up on like my hobbies, and I've always been like really into studying, really into school. Most of my time would go into just, even though I wouldn't study a lot, I wouldn't study like every day after school. Still, most of my time would go on like going to school, doing my homework, and occasionally pulling like a 10-hour study session. Because I was never the like all nighter type of person. I knew that sleep was really important to me, that I wouldn't function without sleep. So, like, it wasn't really that how much it was like, I cannot hang out with you or talk to you or like eat, sleep, go to the toilet, breathe the day before a test. Because, like, immediately after coming home from school, I would just be studying until I go to sleep. That type of a relationship with school. But like now I'm in college and it's not one day, it's like a week or like at the very least like 2 to 3 days to study before a test. Um why is my cigarette not cigaretting? Okay. But yeah, and so like now that I'm in college, I kind of felt like it would be like better in a way because I wouldn't have like my mom like making me clean or things. I could just like do that at my own pace, go to college, study whenever I want to, do things that I want to. But lately, the rot has been consuming. And while I feel like my friends have this thing where if they're not studying or doing things that they're supposed to, they'll like pick up a hobby and then they'll like play a video game that they really like playing, or they're like gonna watch a TV show or something. I'm kind of scared of doing that because it's not really productive. It's not really something I should be doing. I should be studying or cleaning or whatever. And then I'm like, but I don't really have the energy right now. So I'm just gonna open reels for just a little minute, or I'm just gonna lay down in bed for just 15 minutes so I get the strength so I can do this. But then what will happen is I'll either open reels and then I'll be on reels for like 3 hours without even noticing, or if I go to bed, I might even fall asleep for 15 minutes, but when I wake up, I'm not gonna be like rejuvenated and refreshed. I'm gonna be like fucking suicidal. Like, I don't know what it is about naps, but like when I wake up from a nap or if I oversleep, the whole fucking day is ruined. Like, I don't know why God made me this fucking pussy like, and that's not a dig at women, it's a dig at cats, obviously. Just kidding. But fucking God striking me down immediately after saying something against cats. Holy shit, didn't know he was such a cat person. Mm, but like, if I sleep less than 8 to 9 hours, not functional. Fucking kill me on the spot. I'm not remembering a single thing. When I wake up, I might be energized. I might be able to like work for 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours, but not the whole day. I'll start crashing out. I'll get a migraine. I'll start talking like this. Um, if I sleep more than that, I'm gonna be depressed. Everything in my body is going to hurt for some reason. I'm gonna have a headache immediately upon waking up. And again, I'm just gonna be wanting to kill myself. So that's not a viable option for me. That's like, no. But sometimes, because it's hard to control sleep, it's like I'll wake up at like 6 and then I'll be like, oh, I slept for 5 hours. I should sleep a little bit more. And then I wake up at 12, for example. Like today. And then I'll want to die. And the thing is, if I just make myself wake up and maybe do something, maybe my mind will get clearer and stuff, and my headache will be like not as bad and stuff. I'll be able to function. But because that initial pain is so hard to get over immediately first thing waking up, I never do that. And then the rest of my day kind of sucks. And I am paranoid and I feel ashamed and guilty, and it's a fucking shit show. Whereas other people that are maybe a little bit more emotionally stable would just be like, oh well, I'm gonna go do something that relaxes me in the morning. And then maybe if I do something that's not anxiety, like rising for me, maybe if I like watch something or read something or like go talk to a person that I really love, I'll feel better and then I'll be able to start my day. I don't do that. I start panicking and then I go back to bed and then the problems get worse. So I do think that there's art to doing nothing in like quotation marks. And when I say the art of doing nothing, I mean like something that your mom might say like, "Oh, you're not doing anything the whole day," and then in reality like you finished 3 video games. It's like I think that's a lot more preferable to fucking actually doing nothing, which is like being on reels or sleeping. So right now, I'm kind of battling this thing where it's like I want to in my life be doing 3 things, let's say. And that's either doing things that I need, which is like going to college, studying, cleaning the house so the house is clean, buying groceries, eating, sleeping, taking care of my health. Those are like the things that I need to survive. Of course, one of them are like primarily physiologically, if you don't eat, you're gonna die. If you don't sleep, you're gonna fucking die. But the second one is more like future based, society based, where like I need to go to college or else I'm gonna be fucked. I need to finish it, you know? Um, so those are like the 2 things. And like cleaning the house is again like I wanna have some hygiene. I wanna be happy. When I wake up and I see the fucking mess that has been left by me in the past or by the people I live with, I wanna fucking jump off my balcony. I don't wanna do anything else. And that's a big problem for me. I don't wanna study if my house is not clean. And that definitely is a big blockage in my life right now that I have to like kind of deal with because this has been I'm sorry, I know this is not the point that I'm supposed to be talking about, but also like I kind of choose when I talk about. You're here to listen. I'm here to talk if you want. But like again, like to me, having a clean environment to work in is really important, and I don't think this is a me thing. I think this is more of a like a human thing. Just that some people are built different, and I guess they don't mind it as much. But like when I wake up and I see that everything is dirty, I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta clean so I can do something. But then I'm like, I don't want to clean first thing waking up. Like I want to eat something. I want to like get myself accustomed to not rotting in my bed, not sleeping, right? Uh, but I kind of can't do anything because there's a mess. So that's my fucking life hack, pro tip. Don't leave a mess to wake up to. No matter how tired you are, at least do a little bit so that when you wake up, you don't want to kill yourself. Like, unless you're immediately leaving to go to like a lecture or school or work or whatever, please don't leave that to be the first thing you wake up to because you will not want to wake up. Um, and like before, I would kind of like do that. I would keep my room clean at the very least. But now that I live with other people, it's like it's not just up to me; it's also up to them. Like I share a room that I sleep in, and like most of the time it works relatively well, and kind of a mix of my chaos and their chaos, chaos. Um, is kind of too much maybe, and stuff piles up quicker because there are like twice as many people using them and twice as many people who are kind of like, oh, I'll do it later, I guess. Just that mostly I would be able to do that, but it's very hard for me to clean a mess when there's already a mess, because I'm not the type of person who's gonna be like, I'll clean my half of the mess, and then there will be half as much of mess, so that will be easier to deal with. My brain doesn't work like that. My brain is like, if there is mess, it all needs to be cleaned, or none of it is cleaned. And if none of it is cleaned, I'm not gonna be able to function. But sometimes I don't have the time or energy to clean all of it. But like with other like rooms in my house, it's kind of like that, but not times two, but times four, because there's four of us living. So that can be very overwhelming, especially because I'm usually at college most of the days. When I come home, I'm really tired, and I don't really use the other rooms as much, so I don't feel like I want to clean those, because it's like, dude, I'm in these rooms for maybe like an hour a day. I don't really feel like that hour being only cleaning, right? So I kind of noticed like a lot of my like free time is going towards cleaning and not actually like doing things for myself. But yeah, that's the first category. Let's get back to business. That was the first category of things that I want to do in my life, things that I need to in order to function. I've now explained how college and not dying is important and things that I need, and now I've explained why cleaning is also a thing that I need, because cleaning is kind of for me a priori to everything else. It's like, if it's not clean, I can't do anything else. I can't take care of myself. I can't study. I can't do things that I like to do, that I love to do, that make me happy. So cleaning is kind of really important to me. And I know that like I really hate when people talk to me and tell me like that's a bad thing or a liability, because fuck you, dude. Like, I can't help it. Like, I really want to help it, but I can't. If it's clean, if it's not clean, I can't do anything. So yeah, those are the things that I need to do. The second are the things that I want to do, like my hobbies. I still want to draw. I want to keep my journal. I want to do this. Those are things that I really enjoy doing, and that I definitely see that they make me feel better. Like, music is another hobby of mine that I've kind of that's kind of been taking a back seat for years, literal years right now. And like I don't know, what else do I like to do? Fucking studying my free time, just not connected to college, is also taking a back seat. Reading as well, big back seat, to the point where I feel guilty because I get like, I don't know, somebody gives me a book for like my birthday or something, and I don't read it for a while. And it's not because I don't want to, it's literally just because I can't find time for anything. And it's not because it doesn't exist, it's because like, the amount of things that are happening are too much, and I just can't do anything. And then the third thing is hanging out with other people, and that has kind of been taking priority over things that I want to do with myself and for myself, like my hobbies. Just because if the house is not clean, if somebody invites me to go like out and grab a coffee, it's a lot easier to do that because I'm with my friend first of all, and I'm not around mess. But yeah, lately I've just been finding myself in this position where I kind of can't do anything. I can't get up to clean, and then because I can't get up to clean, I can't get up to study, and because I can't study, I feel bad about interacting with other people because of all the guilt that I'm feeling for not doing anything. And I think it's kind of sucky. And it's also scary because for me, my energy levels are have like steadily been very unpredictable, and that's something that I'm kind of really really hurting about, I guess, if that makes sense. Because like, I don't know, it's like a week a week ago, about a week ago, you know, I was like very much full of energy, and I went to college. I went to everything that I had for college. I I guess 2 weeks ago now. I'm sorry. It's the beginning of the week when I'm filming this. You may not know this, but it is. Um, so about 2 weeks ago, I guess. I would go to everything. I would do the work I have. I would clean every day. I would hang out with people like every other day. Every part of my day was filled with something. And the more I would fill my day with things and the more I would just do things, the more energy I got. And then suddenly everything fucking changed. Like the fucking Fire Nation attacked and nothing has been the same since, okay? And it was just like suddenly I got really depressed, my energy levels dropped, and I didn't want to do anything. And then I couldn't make myself go to lectures. Um, I started feeling guilty. I wasn't able to make myself be around other people because, well, if you can't go to college, then you can't see your friends, right? And so I started beating myself up about that. I was more alone. Being more alone means being more anxious because I'm being with my thoughts more, and like everything kind of went downhill. And now I find myself after that kind of depression week started getting a bit better, and I started feeling more positive again because I do think I'm a very positive person. I just get like these bouts of depressed periods. Like once that kind of stopped and I was able to like finally make myself do something, because as soon as I make myself do something, it starts getting easier, and it starts getting easier to do other things. And like once you get into the combo of doing things, it's kind of, you don't want to stop, you just want to continue doing things because doing things is really fun. Like living your life is really enjoyable sometimes. It's a lot more fun when you're not rotting in bed, at least, and when you're like eating food and sleeping and doing things for yourself and doing the things that you need to so that you're not anxious about them. It's a lot of fun, guys. um it's like a video game. It's like finishing quests. Trust me, guys, it works. And now that I'm kind of like recovering from that, it's kind of hard because I'm kind of left with all the baggage of the week before, where like my room is a mess, um, my house is a mess because I'm usually the one who at least starts the cleaning process, so that other people can also like continue to put things back behind themselves. Because, you know, once people see that things are getting clean, they're more inclined to keep it clean and etc. Um, like now it's kind of really hard for me to get back into that rhythm, and the whole time I'm also anxious that I'm gonna fall into that depression loop once again. And that's just really scary. Like, I cannot explain to you how scary it is to just know that, like, I'm trying so hard right now, but maybe it will all fall down and crumble in a week, and I have no control over it. And it's scary because I'm not depressed all the time, and I was like on antidepressants before, and they did not really work for me. And again, I don't think this is like a mental health issue, how much it's like a hormonal issue for me personally. So it's like really hard to control, and I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm not that old. I'm not even in my 20s. Um like I feel like it's kind of the weight is just getting more, and my body's kind of slowly telling me like, you're really burning out, and I can't do anything about it except like power through it. But as much as I'm powering through it, the next time it gets even worse. And yeah, it's just something that I don't know. And like a lot of times I'm left in the situation where I can recognize that I've been through this before, and that what I'm doing is wrong, and like I know how to predict what I'm feeling and what I'm gonna feel probably. And like when I feel this like burst of depression, I know like I can tell myself, yeah, okay, it's gonna be like better, and like give it 5 days, it's gonna get better. You're not gonna feel like this anymore. But like, what do I do until then? Like, I can't make myself do anything. I haven't really found like a way to deal with it. I've kind of just learned how the process goes. So, I don't know. That's just kind of something that I wanted to talk about. Um, it's a bit sad, maybe, but it's kind of real. It just kind of got real. I got goofy. I got really energized. Now I'm kind of feeling like emotionally drained, or like socially drained, maybe even, because I've been talking for a while. So I'm sorry for that. Um, I kind of feel like this whole video is a bit shit, but also I'm not really making them to be entertaining, so I don't know why I'm even worrying about it. Um, I'm also worrying about it as if there are like people that are counting on this being good. But yeah, it's just been kind of feeling shit, and maybe I'm a bit embarrassed about everything, and maybe like I feel a bit like it's making me anxious because it feels like it's not in my control. I guess that's like the crux of it, you know. That's the crux of it, and I'm just trying to make myself more in the moment, because very often I'll be like, fuck man, I should have done this, you know, when I was going through this. But in the moment, like, I am just very, it's just very hard to think clearly in the moment. Um, and just be grounded in the moment, you know, just seize the day. It's been very hard to do that. Mm, I don't know, but if anybody knows, let me know. And if you don't know, we can cry about it today. We can together cry about it together. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope the dishes are clean, or your room is clean, or whatever. If you were using this as background noise, I hope your commute is over. Whatever the fuck. I hope you've enjoyed playing Minecraft. I don't fucking know. Maybe like you're a cat that accidentally clicked on this video and you were kind of offended when I said that about cats. But yeah, just just keep going, man. Stick to the grind, you know. It's gonna pay off eventually. Or maybe it won't, but it probably will. And it's okay. It's okay, man. So yeah. See you.